What's up, YouTube family? It's Lewis from 100% Finance, and today we're going to talk about how to talk to motivated sellers so that you don't be unmotivated yourself. Because some sellers can actually make you want to quit this business. And trust me, it's happened to me multiple times when I first started out. And just to backtrack a little bit, like I said, I'm Lewis, 100% Finance. I'm a full-time real estate investor and online entrepreneur as well. And I started out with no cash, no credit, and I've built a 16-unit rental portfolio in the last year and a half. And I started out 3.5 years ago wholesaling and lease options primarily. I've also raised $350,000 to acquire rental properties in upstate New York, in Syracuse, to be exact. And like I said, when I first started talking to sellers, I was doing everything in this business myself, putting up signs, doing the marketing for sellers, for buyers, talking to real estate agents, talking to lawyers. But the thing that a lot of the students that we coach have an issue with is talking to sellers. So picking up the phone and cold calling. And we were there. It's difficult. And the reason it's difficult is because you don't know if this person wants to sell their house. Like, you pick up the phone, you're like, hello, do you have a property for sale? And you may get somebody nasty on the phone. Like,
who is this?
Exactly. Like, what you mean, who's this? I just said I wanted to you have your house for sale.
Oh, how do you get my number?
How do you get my number? Why does that matter? Do you have a house for sale or not? Like, you got a problem and we're trying to solve it. We want to buy the house. What you'll run into is people who, I got a story for you. I was talking to this one seller, said, oh, how much do you want for your house? Like, what's the lowest that you'd be willing to consider? That right there is something that you need to add to your art.
But don't give them too much.
Don't give them too much?
No.
I give you that, though. What is the lowest you'll be willing to consider for this property? Not how much do you want, what's the lowest you'll be willing to consider? Anyway, they told me $85,000. I was like, okay. What are the repairs? Like, how much would you estimate in repairs? If you was to hire a contractor, how much would that contractor tell you to pay? It was like, oh, there's only cosmetics. I said, all right, cosmetics, $5,000. So now we got 80 grand. I was like, all right, let's set the appointment. Can you either meet on Tuesday or Wednesday? Told me Wednesday. I said, how does 3 or 4 sound for you? It's 4 o'clock. Get to the house. Before I even entered, I knew something was wrong. It's like, hold on, what's going on here? Said the house only needs $5,000 worth of repairs. Just walking in alone, I was like, there's 2 grand right here. But anyway, walked in the house, he's taking me around. Very nice guy. I'm like, oh, okay. I was just flabbergasted. Taking me upstairs, downstairs. I was like, all right, listen, we have to stop. I asked him, what kind of cosmetic work were you talking about? Because right now, I haven't seen the whole house, but I've already estimated that there's $22,000 that I'll need to put into this house. So if you could show me at Home Depot what paint will take care of this, you'll probably be a billionaire. So these are the type of people that you have to talk about. I didn't know that I had to ask deeper questions. Or how much do you think is... They don't know. You have to ask them deeper questions. And here at 100% Finance, we show you how to dig deeper and finesse it. So the negotiating is something that you learn. I've already told you one of them, the alternative choice. You notice I didn't ask, when are you available? I said, are you available on Tuesday or on Wednesday? This is free right here. Free negotiating that took me years to learn. The other one is the porcupine. That's what I like to call it. The person I learned it from called it that. When someone asks you a question, you usually in a box. When you're talking to a seller and they ask you a question, you're not supposed to just answer the question, when can you buy this house? That's a tricky question, right? Because you don't know when they need the house to be sold. So what do? When someone throws a porcupine at you, what do? You throw it back at them, right? So when they ask you, when can you buy this house? Well, when do you need the house to be sold? And then they'll answer. And now you have an answer. Now it's up to you to decide, can I buy this house in the time frame that this person needs? So everything at 100% finance, yeah, we teach you how to buy assets, teach you how to buy real estate. We fix your credit. We also give you access to capital, like with business funding. And we even guide you through the process of making these deals and these transactions. We set up Podio for you. But like I said, the biggest thing that you'll get from this is the negotiation strategies. One negotiation alone can save you thousands of dollars. One, and I'll explain how. The last deal that I did was a 3-unit in Syracuse, New York. The purchase price was $55,000 for a 3-unit. And that's pretty cheap, right? I know that person in Manhattan is like, I wish I was down here. But the $55,000, I negotiated a seller finance deal with the seller. I gave him $10,000 down, which is 20%. And a lot of you are saying, oh, you could do that at the bank. But the thing is, he didn't check my credit, even though it's really good.
And no docs too, right?
No docs. He didn't say, hey, what's your W-2s? What's your tax returns? None of that. He said, give me $10,000 down. The other thing is, he initially wanted 5 years. I made it 10. He initially wanted 6% interest. I made it 0. If for those of you who know math, and for those of you who don't, I'm just gonna explain it right now. 10 years on a 6% interest on a $55,000 note, it's actually gonna be, it's on a $55,000 note over 10 years at 6% interest. That's about $30,000 worth of payments, interest payments, that I've saved just because I know how to negotiate. And I'll tell you one thing, 100% finance is not charging you $30,000 for coaching.
Unless.
I mean, like, to be honest, even if you wanted to give that to us, we wouldn't take it.
We'd rather partner with you.
Yeah, we'd rather partner with you and show you how you could invest that money.
Correct.
And basically, one deal alone, I saved 30 grand on that deal. Now imagine, extrapolate that and do even 5 of those. How much is that? Learning how to negotiate, learning how to talk to these sellers, learning how to pick up the phone and just call. Pick up the phone and let them know that you exist. Hey, I'm Louis Solomon. I want to buy your house. Now, I'm telling you, pick up the phone or pick up your mouse, click that button in the description to sign up for our next free webinar. And a webinar is basically a way for us to present to you and interact with you, because we want to hear from you. We want to know what your questions are, how we can help you, how we can help the 100% finance community. We started out by doing events, but we noticed that everyone isn't going to fly from Manhattan to LA or LA to Manhattan. So we want to get to you and answer your questions. And the best way we could do that is through this webinar. On the webinar, we're going to discuss credit repair, personal credit repair. We're going to talk about business funding, how you can get funding for your business to start this real estate or to start whatever business that you've been dreaming to start. And lastly, we're going to talk about real estate investing. So the key concept of how to do no money down real estate investing. But the thing is, if you do have money, you have even a wider range of deals to do. And lastly, a secret bonus sauce is we're going to talk about what we're going to be doing with the 100% finance community, of how you can do deals outside of your marketplace. So if you live in Manhattan or LA, you can do deals in Pittsburgh.
In affordable marketplaces.
In affordable marketplace. Hey, would you like to do a deal, get a 3-unit in Syracuse, New York for $55,000? Well, actually, it cost me 10. Would you like to do a deal in Atlanta? Would you like to do a deal in Pittsburgh? Would you like to do a deal in Dallas? So affordable areas for you to do real estate transactions is what we want for you and everyone in the 100% finance community is we want all of you to have this. We want you to earn passively and live passionately. Can you see the shirt? Earn passively, live passionately. And we want everyone to start acquiring assets. And I'm not talking about your sneakers. I ain't talking about your gold chain. I'm not talking about that Lamborghini. That all comes later. Acquire income producing assets. And I'm not even talking about your primary residence, because that's not making you any money. We want things that's going to put money in your pocket every single month without fail. You hear that? without fail. So buy these assets so you could get the Lamborghini 5 years from now. So you could get the whatever you want. We want your dreams to come true. And that's what we teach here at 100% Finance.
All right, Louis. So you mentioned that dealing with motivated sellers can be somewhat difficult, to the point it can unmotivate you to move forward with wholesaling, lease options, and so forth, right? So you mentioned one way to alleviate that negative motivation that you're having was, you know what? Improving myself as a negotiator.
Yes.
What are the other ways?
Hire it out. So at the beginning, I did everything myself. Yes, I became a very good negotiator. However, it took up too much of my time. I'm sending out 3,000 letters each month to people, and they all are calling me. I'm getting about 500 leads each month. These are all sellers that someone needs to talk to. It doesn't have to be me. What I've done was build a system where I have my virtual assistants give them a call back and figure out if it's a deal or not. So either you do it, and I advise that you do it at first, then we teach you how to outsource that. In the beginning, I was spending about 25, 30 hours a week working on the business. Now I'm spending about 7. The only thing I do is call back motivated sellers who are like, they're calling me, they're texting me, hey, you know, we need to meet. When are you going to come see the house? I call those sellers back and get deals done. So that's one way. Elevate your vocabulary, elevate your negotiating skills, outsource it out, and also create a system that really motivated sellers would actually go through. So you could think of it like a funnel, right? All the leads go in here. What you want is that one deal that's going to make you a fortune. And that's what we teach you how to set up. 3,000 leads come in here. Maybe about 500 gives me a call back. I'm only looking for that one that's going to pay for the marketing, that's going to fund the business and fund my lifestyle for that whole month. So click on the link below, sign up for the free webinar so you can actually talk to us and we can see what you need. And you could also go to 100%finance.com and you'll see the link and subscribe. The webinar is going to be sent out to our entire mailing list, so you'll be able to see that there as well. And we have some free stuff for you. Juan, what's the free stuff?
Man, we have a plethora. I love vocabulary. A plethora, a cornucopia, a multitudinous amount of free documents. We got number 1, personal financial statement. Number 2, bothers are not spreadsheets. Deal analysis, in other words. Number 3, business credit ebook. Number 4, credit repair tips. Number 5, I'm getting bored now. We have about 24 free documents at your disposal. So if you haven't done so already, subscribe. Not only get these 24 documents, credit repair, business credit, and real estate related documents, but also get access to the webinar that we're hosting next week.
When is it? Next week when?
At the time of this recording, make sure you always say that. At the time of this recording, it's Thursday, February 9th, 2017.
2017. So if you're watching this in 2019, which I'm sure people are going to be watching this, it already passed. Right?
So just continue to subscribe and you'll get future updates. Because that's our mission. Providing you with the services that you need to succeed financially. And
I'm telling you guys, there's one document in there. There's one thing that we give away that I think beats out the rest of them. And that's this buy this or not spreadsheet. A lot of people, the buy this or not spreadsheet has a sample deal in there of a 50 unit portfolio or 50 unit property that Ron has analyzed, gone through double check, triple checked, and show you what to take into account. Property management fees, repairs, NYSEG bill, or gas and electric bill. NYSEG is upstate New York. I was like, what's that? Ron looking at me like, NYSEG. He said, what's that?
He's in upstate New York, folks.
So I'm from upstate New York. We got NYSEG and National Grid. But yeah, so you talk about all the expenses. Also, the biggest thing, a lot of landlords mom and pops don't know about is like the unexpected.
Reserves.
Expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Negotiating and expecting the unexpected. You need reserves. There's no point that you need reserves. People are going to move out. You're going to have vacancies. Your roof is gonna break. Your furnace is gonna go down. Everything bad is gonna happen.
Tenants ain't gonna pay.
The tenants are not gonna pay. You're like, what? They ain't gonna pay. We're gonna evict them. Well, yeah, you lost 1 month's rent. So you need reserves. And guess what? With real estate, the reserves come from the asset. The business pays for itself. If you buy correctly, like how we teach, you will never have to put a dime into that property ever again because the business pays for itself. Let's say the business make $100,000 from that building, gross. We teach you that $100,000 is not all yours. You get to keep like maybe 10, and you keep the asset. So once you sell it, you're like, all right, I sold it. Now I can eat it, right? So we teach you. There's a lot of stuff that we teach you in this in the coaching program, and also in the email list.
So back to the coaching program, Lewis. You've also mentioned that you have, well, I'll say back to the topic of discussion, motivated sellers.
Yeah.
Do you also teach how to find motivated sellers?
Nah, we just leave them on their own.
Yeah, that's how we do. But you show them how to find it, right?
Yeah, we show you how to find motivated sellers. Well, we show you how to find sellers. And then we show you how to determine who's motivated and who's not. Because there's no way to determine. You can't just go out there and say, I want motivated sellers. Come to me. Right?
So when you find a motivated seller, do you also tell them how you can make money off of that motivated seller?
Yeah.
Is it just one way, 2 ways, or?
There's a plethora. So there's many different ways to make money off of that.
That's correct.
And what I like to call myself is a transactional engineer. I'm an engineer by training. And one thing I liked about engineering was the ability to think on your feet and be logical, right? Puzzles. Real estate to me is a puzzle. Dealing with people is a puzzle. When a deal comes your way, how do I make that puzzle fit into my bank account? So that's what I'm thinking about. If a deal comes my way, there's one thing that you cannot buy. You can't buy a house full cash or all cash, full market value today. We can't do that. Right?
Right. As an investor, you got to buy it at a discount.
As an investor, you need a way to make money. You need to buy it with equity, even if it's a beat up old house. But you can still make money on that house if the seller wants all cash, full price today. Remember, when negotiating, price is not the only term. What you can do is send it out as a referral to a real estate agent. And we show you how to get these real estate agents calling you, saying, hey, you got any more leads for me? Because they know that you're sending out 3,000 letters. They know that you know how to talk to these sellers. You know how to get them motivated to the point where they're like, oh, Juan Pablo's agency is the best agency in the world. We teach you how to hype them up. So that seller goes there, they sell the house, and you get a referral.
So again, what are the call to action, Lewis?
Call to action for those of you who don't know is what's your next step? What do I have to do next? What I want you to do next is actually go buy a house. But the next step that I want you to do, look in the description, especially on YouTube, or look on the screen for this where to sign up for the webinar. And I want to be able to talk to you personally on this next webinar and teach you how we can start making money, how you can start making money, and how, if you have bad credit, what's the next step for you to improve? If you have no cash but good credit, teach you how to get business funding. If you have that burning desire for real estate, we'll show you what to do in your market to start making money. And if you have just this general business advice, we got you there too. So head over to 100% Finance, click on the link in the description for that free webinar and sign up. Check your email too. After you subscribe, check your free
And again, that's subscribing to 100%finance.com and not YouTube. Obviously, you have to subscribe to our website so you can get the free documents. So, Lewis, we have Periscope. Any questions for Lewis on Periscope?
Ask me while I'm still here.
All right, I guess no questions. All right, thanks, Lewis.
All
So
right.
as always, this is to your success. Earn passively, live passionately. You guys take care.